for anyone that is a startup, that they have in mind that their plan is to build this company and sell it.
Yeah, that's very important.
Is there any tips, anything they should be thinking already before they start raising the company?
What I learned from actually working in a startup which went public was that to put in your processes, and even if they're very sparse, to start them at day one. So say, okay, we're going to build this product, document the architecture of the product, document the languages used, have your code storage areas. The same with the sales process. What is your pipeline? How do you define your pipeline? And then keep adding to those processes. So when you go to what's called due diligence, when a third party company comes in to either invest in you or to buy you, they say, okay, how does your business run? You'll say, okay, well, let's start with, the product development cycle. This is how it works, and you lay it out, and it's all very straightforward. And say, okay, even if there's holes in it, they'd say, God, these guys have a plan. And then you go on to the sales pipeline. How do you calculate how do you forecast your sales? Might not be the most accurate way of doing it, but these guys have a plan. And the same with customer support and so on. So it's document very early on. It'll be sparse, and keep adding to that. And then what we did at the end, actually, just before we got sold, we went for ISO, and it was a very easy process because the ISO came in and said, okay, you actually have a process here. We need to flesh out the various elements, but it wasn't starting from scratch. And that gave us a huge advantage over somebody and other companies who just come in and they can't actually explain how the company works. It just works. It's really successful, but it just works. Investors and buyers want to see strong sort of processes. And that's what I would advise, to put in very early. Document everything. And document even where you want to go. You might never get to that point, but say, this is where we're going to go. And for an investor, I think it's very important that when an investor looks at you and listens to you, that they believe you. And if you have a plan and you have an idea of where you're going and you express that, it adds huge value to you and to the investors. A little bit reassured, not just dealing with a potential genius or a potential inventor or whoever they are, but the guys have a plan. They know where they're going.
That's great. So to have a plan, as they say, shoot for the moon, and
shoot for the moon. Have a plan how you get there, and that plan will change many times, and it will iterate, if not completely change. But at least at a particular point in time, when you're selling yourself, selling your business, as into even to a customer, the customer will ask you, well, how is this going to develop in the next 12 months? You have a plan. They mightn't understand your plan. You mightn't even necessarily, that plan's not achievable, but at least there's a plan, and they can say, okay, these guys have a plan to where they're going.